Good morning, Year 5. It's Thursday and I'm here with your maths lesson for today. Again, we're looking at division. So what you will need is a piece of paper, a pencil and a rubber if you have one. Pause the video now and then unpause me when you're ready. This piece of work belongs to Jacob P in 5E. Jacob, I was so impressed with your work and how I can see so clearly that you're using the place value column to support you and then move on to the bus stop method. And I can see that you've got every single one of those questions right. Well done, Jacob. I'm awarding you 2 dojo points for aspiration. This piece of work belongs to Freddie P in 5W. Well done, Freddie. I was so impressed to see how you've used the part-whole method to totally understand division and then moving on to the bus stop method. Superstar. I'm awarding you 2 dojo points for aspiration. This piece of work belongs to Leo in 5P. Well done, Leo. I can really clearly see your workings out. I'm going to award you 2 dojo points. This piece of work belongs to Daniela in 5P. What I liked about Daniela's work is the fact that she's been able to use her place value knowledge to really master the basics of division. Well done. I'm awarding you 2 dojo points for aspiration. A bit of a different starter task for you to have a go at today. I would like you to calculate the perimeter of your room, whichever room you're in. It might be your bedroom. You might want to calculate the perimeter of the smallest room in the house, for example. Now remember, the perimeter is the total distance around the outside of a shape. Now here's an example. Obviously this would be a tiny room because it's in centimetres. But what I would do here is I would add up all of the lengths around the outside of my room. So I want you to pause the video. If you've got a measuring tape, that's absolutely fantastic. Grab that, go and measure each length of your room, and then I want you to add up the perimeter. What I would recommend is creating something like this, so almost like a floor map, a plan, so that you can see what each length of your room is. Your room might be just a rectangle, but it also might be a little bit of a stranger shape. It might be an L shape like this one here. So pause the video and have a go, and we'd love for you to send those in to the Year 5 email address. Now today's lesson we're recapping the bus stop method. We only have today's lesson and tomorrow's lesson and we are finished on division. I'm so impressed with those children who are sending in their work via the email address. I can see that you've really mastered this topic in particular. So this is a my turn question. Today I'm just going to give you a variety of different questions to apply your skills to. So my question is, Charlie has £8,652 in savings. He decides to put money in 4 different savings accounts. How much money will he have in each account? How much will he put in each account? So I've written my multiples of 4 and I'm saying how many 4 is going to 8? Well, I know the answer would be 2. How many 4 is going to 6? What's the closest I can get to 6 without going past it? It would be 1. With a remainder of 2, because we got to 4, we wanted to get to 6. So now we're saying how many 4s go into 25 without going past it? Well, probably, but it would be 24, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with a remainder of 1. So how many 4s go into 12? Well, we know that. 1, 2, 3. So the answer to this question would be 2,163. Okay, now I would like you to have a go. It says Giles plans to cycle a distance of 1,098 miles for charity. He decides to split the journey equally over 9 days. How many miles will he need to travel each day to reach his target? So I've started the question for you. Popped it into the bus stop method, 1,098 divided by 9, and I've done some of the jottings down the side of the multiples of 9. So pause the video now and have a go at that question and then come back to me and we will talk through the answer. Okay, how did you get on? Let's go through this together. How many 9s go into 1? You know you can't do that because 1 is smaller than 9. So this one, I'm going to change my colour pen so you can see. This one here, we move over to here, so this becomes a 10. How many 9s go into 10? What's the closest you can get without going past it? Well, it will be 1, because 1 times 9 is 9, but we wanted to get to 10. So we had 1 left over, which would make this number here 19. What's the closest we could get on the multiples to 19 without going past it? Well, it would be 18, and that's 2 times 9. And then we would have 1 left over, wouldn't we? Because we got to 18, but we wanted to get to 19. So this now becomes 18, and we know that goes directly into 9. So how many 9s going to 18 would be 2. Now, when we write the answer, we wouldn't include the 0. We would just say the answer is 122 miles. I've got one more question for you to have a go at. A factory packs 5,232 cans of beans into 8 crates. How many cans will be in each crate? So again, I've laid the method out for you. I just want you to have a go in your notebook. So pause the video and then unpause me and we will go through the answers. Okay. How many 8s go into 5? Well, we know we cannot do that because 5 is smaller than 8. So we move that 5 over here. And this number here becomes 52. So look at my jottings. What's the closest I could get to in the 8 times tables without going past 52? Well, it's going to be 48, isn't it? And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With a remainder of what? So count on 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Would be 4, wouldn't it? So this number here becomes 43. How many 8s go into 43 without going past it? Well, it would be 40. And that is 5 times 8 with a remainder of 3. Now we ask ourselves, how many 8s go into 32? Well, we know it goes into 32 exactly, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Again, we wouldn't write the 0 in our answer, but we would say that the answer is 654 cans in each. Well done if you got that at home. Okay, now it's time to practice. Chili 1, these are your first questions that I would like you to have a go at. Bus stop method, looking at 1 digit by 2 and dividing a 1 digit by a 3 digit as well. Pause the video now, Chili 1. And Chili 1, this is your final question. So very similar to what we've been doing in the lesson. All I need you to do is create a bus stop method and create jottings and perhaps underline the key information like we've been doing. Chili 2, this is your question. It's a multiple questions based on a particular primary school. So it says the children of Dove Primary School have their sports day today. They are really excited. Teachers want to put them into teams. There are 362 children, that's the important bit for all of your questions, in the school. Use short division, so the bus stop method, to work out the answers to these problems. Question number 1. How many teams will there be if they are sorted? If they will be sorted into teams of 3 children, so you would do 362 divided by 3 here. And then will there be any children left over who are not in a team? So what's the remainder once you divide it by 3? And I'm just going to scroll down so you can see your other questions. So question number 2, what if they were sorted into teams of 4 children? So same type of question, but you're dividing the number we underlined by 4. And will there be any remainders? And then your final question for this section, what if they were sorted into teams of 6? Will there be any remainders? So what you're doing, Chili 2, is you are basically dividing 362 by 3, which is your first question. Pause the video as I go, by the way. And by 4, and your third question is by 6. So again, you can rewind me and pause me as you like. And here is your final question, Chili 2. So it's the same number for all of these questions that you're dividing into. So 362. This question says, what if they were sorted into teams of 8 children? So you do 362, like it says in the question, divided by 8. And then it's asking you, will there be any left over? And then finally, you have a question that says, the teachers buy each child an ice cream to have after the race. Remember how many children we had. If you can't remember, go back to the first Chili 2 sheet. The ice creams come in packs of 5. How many packs will they need to buy? So again, you divide 362 divided by 5. This one was divided by 8. So Chili 2, you can rewind the video as you need to. And Chili 3, very similar situation, Chili 3, but you've got a slightly bigger number. Your number is 498. The question is, how many teams will there be if they are sorted into teams of 3 children? That's your first question. And will there be any children who are not in a team of 3? So that would be basically, have you got any remainders when you're dividing by 3? So pause the video now, Chili 1, for that question. And I'm going to scroll down to your second question here. Let's keep scrolling. Okay, so these are your next 2 questions. It then says, what if they are sorted into teams of 4? So you're dividing that number by 4. Will there be any children left who are not in a team of 4? And then third question, what if they are sorted into teams of 6 children? Will there be any children who are not in a team of 6? Chili 3, you need to divide 498 by each of these numbers. So number 1 was a 3, this was 4, number 3 was 6, and number 4, if it's going to scroll down. Oh no, we just had 3. Okay. And Chili 3, here are your final 2 questions. Each child, remember, we have 498 children. Each child needs a medal for taking part. The medal comes in packs of 11. So you divide that number by 11. How many packs do the school need? And the final one, if each bottle of squash makes 20 cups of orange juice and the school buys 25 bottles, will there be enough for all the children to have a drink? Pause the video and read those questions carefully and underline the key information. You might want to keep rewinding the video so you can see the initial question. I am about to read the answers so that you can check your answers against the answers on the board. Again, if you are not ready, please pause the video and rewind it back to the chili page. And then unpause me when you have done your chilies and you're ready to mark. If you are ready to mark, well done. Grab a different colour pencil or pen and we will go through the answers together. Chili 1, here are your answers. Pause the video now, Chili 1, and mark those for me. And Chili 1, this was your answer to your second lot of question. Pause the video now so you can mark it. And Chili 2, here were your questions. Questions 1 to 5. Pause the video now, Chili 2. And Chili 3. Here were your answers for questions 1 to 5. The bottom one said yes, because yes, I did have enough. Pause the video now and mark your answers. A reminder that there is currently a sound check session running. It's been running from Wednesday at 3 p.m. and it will end tomorrow at 3 p.m. I look forward to reading the lead reports out. Good luck.
Superstars, well done. Thursday's lesson is complete. One more lesson to go and then it's the weekend. I'll see you here tomorrow.